Facebook page. Does anybody here still have Facebook? Okay, cool. Me too. All right. You need anything up here? All right. My name is Dave Cortez. I'm the director of the Sierra Club Lone Star chapter. This is my colleague, Shane Johnson. We just want to get a little feedback from you all. I'm sure you talked about a lot of wonderful clean energy things or other things happening in the world. We're going to take a few notes on them. But this has been a great learning time today. Every time we come together, it's always a good chance to challenge what I already think I know about clean energy, and I hope you learned something too. So, was anybody here, raise your hand if you have been assigned as a table captain? Did they all leave? Yeah. They're all getting ready for the Champions League game. Yeah. Well, I took all of Graham's time talking, so I'm not going to call on him just yet. But let me just start with this first table. I'm curious, what was a standout thing y'all learned today, or a topic that you talked about? And feel free to speak to the room. Yeah, from there.
What else? Just the way that other ways that social can help, like they're using it to shape aqueducts or shape lakes or shape things because it's not just vibration, it makes it cooler, makes it more pleasant. So how we're doing that.
Thank you, Brandy. It's good to see you again. Go ahead.
We also talked about the permitting process, if we could have a consistent permitting process for rooftop or local solar across the state, that would help speed things up and lower costs. For example, what they do in Australia, which is the federal interpretation and implementation of the guidelines, so their costs are way lower than they are here.
Right on. All right, I'm going to go to this side of the room. Feel free to just raise up anything that you spoke about, but I'm really curious if anybody's also talked about educating members of the public, if that came up in your points at all. Love to hear more about that. Otherwise, go ahead. Let me go to the table here with Matt. Oh, hey, there we go. Of course they do.
Was that the distributed energy resource development and statewide rules that might encourage it, some minimum level of support. That seems like something that is probably the nearest to having broad consensus in doing this, because it does affect homeowners. The technology is more broadly familiar now, so a lot of people are interested in that.
Right on.
And then as a large farm owner, I'm just going to make the comment about agrivoltaics, that while we're doing flood irrigation of cotton or alfalfa in Texas, nearly those things are an issue. And there's no land use issue if we're willing to, consume land in some of those activities. Obviously, we've got plenty of land if we're doing water-intensive crops, marginal value.
Here. All right. Let me go over here. Kaiba and Lizzie. Anybody?
We talked a little bit about the offshore wind and ice field, and the difference between the solar industry and supporters, or the wind industry and supporters are, more than eager to support birds and the species where, flip side, sustainability, gas, environmental responsibility. musing about whether or not the oil and gas industry is going to continue, or whether it's going to crash into the grandfather, or how that is that going to be a short-term impact, long-term impact. Of course, it only 50 members of the species like children might be able to have. So yeah, there's a discussion there. I talked a little bit about agrivoltaics and yeah, definitely an interest in new options, particularly in yeah, are there other options, places where maybe there's not farming actively happening, or maybe the farmland is not very attractive for farming? Is there what other options can be done to at least add to conservation practices within solar in those areas? Talk a little bit about the importance of talking to other people as a way of spreading ideas and personal action.
Awesome. Thanks. That's good. Anything else to add from that table? I know there's some conversations back here. I don't know if this group wants to share anything.
Yeah, Greg's handed the mic to me. We talked about number 8, how we should communicate to the public that renewable energy and conservation are not being exclusive.
Cool.
Really just talked about code switching, framing, meeting people where they're at,
Yeah.
and having that point of agreement or mutualism or something that everyone can get behind and have that kind language, because environmentalists denote the finger wave or giving the finger
Mm-hmm.
in the wrong kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So coming at it in a more positive light, something that is more pocket friendly, it's either digestible or it goes straight to your wallet type language. So that's what we talk about.
Love it. All right. I'm going to make my way to that back table over there. I'm sorry I don't know any of y'all. But please, any main issue that you all enjoyed talking about over lunch?
So one of the things we talked about is actually quite a bit about private landowners. To get into Texas is going to be on private land, almost without exception. And we saw it with the last session and the signing bill for renewables, and now you've got even within landowner rights groups, you've got landowners on both sides of the issue. I work with private landowners all the time, and we absolutely have maybe 50-50 on both sides of the issue. I want to be able to do what I want with my land.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to be able to do something that I don't like with your land.
Yeah.
And that's a strange dichotomy. And it doesn't seem on the lines of this uneven application of regulation, perhaps, that doesn't seem to come up as much on the oil and gas side of things. Right? We don't tell somebody you can't explore minerals on your property because of the noise or the flaring or whatever it is. But we want to be able, some of us want to be able to say, you can't put that solar farm there because I don't look at it. Or I don't want to look at this winter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both genuine perspectives, right? So how do you do that? I think the other thing, I'm editorializing at this point, we can discuss this. But I think that, you need good local stories, because the other thing we talk about is recycling. Some of those end products
Right.
for renewables, wind turbine recycling, solar panel recycling, whatever it is. But folks, that's 20 or 30 years out. Right? And I don't think folks believe that it's going to happen. So you need good local success stories to communicate to those people in that area. And yes, what we say is going to happen is actually going to happen. And I know there are some, but those stories have to rise to the top, because that's what people are going to connect with. They're not going to connect as well with technology or statistics. They're going to connect with
People.
This was a success. This was after 30 years, we restored this prairie or whatever we did with it. And it was a success for the landowner financially. It was a success long term for the environment in your area.
That's great.
Stories have been really, really important.
100%. Thank you for that. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to bring it in here to these last three tables. If you have anything that you discussed that you want to lift up.
Yeah.
I'll go with this gentleman here and then Larry in the back.
Other than obviously learning more about each other and kind of personal stories around and professional stories around the table, I think it was pretty clear from a few different presentations today and discussions that water also has a very integral role in this whole conversation. And so too does food procurement. Agrivoltaics, I think everyone at this table discussed. And maybe looking at it more as the food, energy, water nexus and the interaction between that and the environment and conservation. So that when we're developing solutions and selling them to the public, to policy bodies or to end users, that we're providing a combination of solutions and acknowledging that my solution works in tandem or has the potential to work as a coupling factor with rainwater collection and solar panels on the parking lots, or deploying that on a farm and having the ability to generate your own crop and not be have that detrimental to the environment. I think having that holistic approach increases the sellability of the solutions.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Larry, take our last one.
This time we talk about number 8. The first area we talked about is the battery energy storage system and how much we need to be in the communities, talking to county commissioners, talking to city planners, because that's where the real battle is for battery energy storage today. So we're looking for people who will be interested in learning about that and have the willingness to go talk to your local groups. And Austin Energy is one that we're looking at now. But there are some counties like Manzac County and Leslie County where grassroots level opposition stopped battery projects. So we need to find grassroots level responses. And then the second thing we talk about at this table is the faith response. And thinking about Christian faith and how we bring Christians into this discussion. And so we teach on that, and I'm glad to talk about that in your church, in your home faith community, and actually Jewish communities as well, because the Jewish Christian thought will that very well. So those are the two topics here. Number 8.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Larry. And thank you all. I'm curious, is anybody here visited with their state representative or senator before? Can you put your hand up? Okay, let's flip it. Who has not ever visited with their state lawmaker before? And it's okay, don't be shy. I know some of y'all are keeping your hands down. Okay, so that's an easy thing to do that we say in our work, but from your shoes, I get it. It might be a bit intimidating, right? Who is this person? They have a lot of power. They dress really well. Their boots are cleaner than mine have ever been. How do I do it? What do I say? Do I have the talking points? All that is valid, but it's something that needs to happen because any issue that you brought up today, Lindsay knows this, Larry knows this, there are people out there talking every week, as Representative Wiener said, calling their representative, and then they hang up and they call their senator, then they hang up and they call their member of Congress, and then they call their US senator about whatever they want to complain about. It happens like clockwork. Our movement needs to make sure that we do that, like we drink coffee or tea in the morning, and we go to church on Sunday or whatever it is we do. It's lacking, but it's something that we're working on. I know Lindsay's helping to train and offer some more opportunities through Yes to Best and other organizations. TCA's helping so people learn how to do that or get more opportunities to do it. Shane and Cyrus with the Sierra Club have lit drop days and lobby days where we just go and hand one-pager offices and build that relationship with legislators. I know it may not seem super exciting, but we're here to help. I don't have to go all the way for this. I don't have to get people to come to me in Austin to do this. There's a district office. I can go check it out. Representative Mary Gonzalez out in Eastern El Paso County just popped by. She might even be there. Super easy stuff to do that we can help you do. And believe me, everyone that's against battery energy storage systems or wind farms or whatever it is doing that work too. So session starts in how many days, Cyrus? Yeah. There we go. That works.
168.
168 days. Not quite. But we've got time. We're going to keep working on it. Sierra Club is offering a legislative action team meeting. I believe it's a week from this Thursday, April 16th. My daughter's 8th birthday. So I will not be on that one, but Cyrus and Shane and some other folks will, talking about our interim charges. It's a way that you can get plugged into doing some of the work I just outlined. I will also offer, well, do you want to make a pitch about the Magic Valley election real quick?
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, and I'm Shane Johnson, he, him again for folks, or maybe I wasn't supposed to say pronouns. My bad. In this audience, I don't know, but yeah. So we're working on clean energy issues statewide and affordability and how all of these things are tied together to help people and protect the environment. My colleague Agripina in South Texas is organizing folks in Magic Valley Electric Co-op, and so they're trying to get enough folks together to support an independent sort of grassroots candidate for their co-op election board, and they have their annual meeting this upcoming Monday, the 13th. So this whole week leading up, or the rest of this week, we're doing phone banking and calls to get as many people out there as possible, because we need 200 signatures or supporters there in order for the candidate who isn't, the status quo and doing whatever they've always done, to get that candidate even on the ballot to be voted on in the future. We need 200 supporters in less than a week. And so we're phone banking the next week to do that, and we need as much support as possible.
How many names to call?
Yeah, we yeah. I think it has to be there at the meeting. Is that right? Or is that, yeah. So they have to be there at the meeting. We have 600, 1,000 names to call on a spreadsheet. And we've got a list of Spanish speakers and a list of English speakers. So if you're not bilingual like me, I'm not bilingual, it's okay. We need English speakers to make phone calls too.
What's great about this work, y'all, if you worked on the legislation at all last year, you followed it about renewable energy siting, it wasn't certain that the South Texas Democrats and Republicans were going to be with us in supporting clean energy. And as you went upriver, it became more and more of a concern. Anybody know the state representative from Laredo? Go. Yeah, Cyrus's favorite guy, Raymond Pena. Key vote on the House State Affairs Committee, voted against clean energy. Well, these co-ops in these service areas in South Texas, regular ratepayers are struggling with something called energy burden. I think many in this room know what that is. You have to pay a higher percentage of your monthly income for your utility bills. And that's going up and up. Why? Because of the climate crisis. It's getting hotter and hotter in South Texas. 2 years ago, it was 116 degrees in Rio Grande City in early April. 116 in April. People can't afford that. Clean energy can help people save money on their bills. These co-ops and these utilities have the ability to invest more in making homes more energy efficient, adding smart meters so people can better control their energy usage. But a lot of them aren't doing it. So this campaign is an opportunity where we've got a community member who's teaching people about all those opportunities. And she's a mother, she's in her early 20s, and she's out in the community organizing, and she's now running for the Magic Valley Co-op Board of Directors, and she needs our help. There are 110,000 customers in Magic Valley. Does anybody know how many people voted in the last Magic Valley election? 360. And they all have to show up in person, and your name has to be on the bill. And a lot of times that's the man in the household whose name is on the bill. So the woman, who usually handles the bills, wants to vote, she has to get permission. I'm not kidding. She has to get permission from the primary account owner to go vote in person at a weeknight election. And we're going to be there. And we got a lot of people going, but we need your help to make those calls. So you can email me or Shane, dave.cortez@sierraclub.org, shane.johnson@sierraclub.org. We can get you plugged into that, or get you plugged into some of this legislative advocacy throughout the end of the year. All right? Man, I was going to close the meeting on that note, but you got some questions.
If any of you drive you have not joined our statewide organization, the legislators coming after us again, they tried to get an extra $50 a year this last session, we stopped it. Their original request was $1,000 a year, and we knocked it down to $200. If you join, it's free, unless you want to be a member, voting. But coming to me, if you want to get a monthly newsletter, we're trying to elect Amazon. When I was in Dallas, Amazon people were all electric. You couldn't even hear $12. So electric transportation, we've got electric planes now that are happening everywhere. So if you want to know about electrification, come see me and join our organization so we can spread the word.
All right, all right. Yes, Pat, with the last comment question, close us out.
Explain again about if we call, what are we supposed to say?
We have a script. We're just letting people know that there's a meeting happening because they give away a free truck at these meetings, a 15-year-old fleet vehicle, which is how they get people to attend these meetings. And so we're saying, hey, you're a customer. Did you know they're giving away a truck? Here's how you go to the meeting. By the way, we'll be out there with some signs to show you the right place to go and some information about clean energy. To go to the meeting, yeah. Yeah. All right, with that, y'all, Shannon and Stacy have these awesome mariposas that you can grab, right? Take them home. Your dog, your cat, your child, or yourself will enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming out, y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you.